Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Sol and today I am in Mexico. It's real nice over here. I'm on a island near Cancun called Olbosch. Olbosch. I don't know how to really pronounce it in English. But yeah, this place is really nice and let's get into the video. Oh, and one more thing. Today happens to be my brother's birthday, so if you're watching this, happy birthday, bro. And yeah, today's subject is gonna be we are all one. Now, what does this mean? You know, you might have heard this before, but although it seems true, for some people it might be hard to really understand, or even if you do understand, let's try to dig deeper, because I first came to this sort of realization about maybe a year and a half ago when I was doing a meditation, or after one of my meditations. I really felt the connection between everyone and everything, because we're all just one energy. Imagine just one source of energy just flowing into everyone, So I think this is important to dig into. We'll dig into it, but realize that if you can really feel that connection, it becomes easier to love each other, be nice to each other, forgive, if we really feel a connection, because you don't want it to be you against the world, If you're one with the world, everything is much nicer. So, first thing is, there's a quote in the book I'm reading. Let me go get it. 2 seconds. It's right there. I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And one quote early in the book goes something like this. It's by Abraham Lincoln. Don't criticize them, as they are only what we would be under similar circumstances. The quote goes something like that, but basically saying we're all the same, but it's just different environments, different perspectives. But under all that is the same source. You gotta think that everybody is doing their best with what they've got, So, sometimes you disagree with someone, sometimes people have conflicts, but it's really just different perspectives. But under that, they're just doing their best, Like the quote says, we would have done the same in that circumstance, But yeah, there's also that I say under all that we're all the same. But what is under, Because there's the body, then there's our karma, which is kind of you could say our past lives, or what separates us from each other, If you look at a spiritual master, he is free from his karma. So you could say he's really a free being. He is not binded by his karma. Now, I know I might not be explaining this the best. I'm only just learning about this in another book I'm reading, which is Autobiography of a Yogi. Amazing book. But yeah, let me just think what else I could add to oneness. So, thought about it for a second, and if you're someone who doesn't really feel that connection, I recommend meditation if you don't already practice it, or if you do, meditate on this subject. Try to feel the connection, because then you'll see that it really opens up new dimensions. And even if you already understand this concept, it's not always easy to apply it. But once you practice, you feel it reduces stress. I feel like you won't find yourself arguing with people, or I feel like if I look at the people around me, they'll be so bothered by everything around them. It's easy to shake them on the inside from what is on the outside. I think I spoke in my last video how the outside doesn't have to determine the inside. But that helps with people when you know that we're all one. Even if someone is angry, he's screaming, someone you might get angry back at them, but once you know you're all one, it's connected. It doesn't bother you as much. But yeah, maybe I'm mixing different things in, because maybe all of this doesn't have to do with oneness. What I mean is that I do a lot of meditation, so maybe being unbothered comes from not just feeling oneness, but it definitely helps. And yeah, I think I've touched over most of the subject, and but we can always discuss this more in the comments, or if I feel like I forgot something that was pretty crucial, I'll put it in the comments as well, or in the description. And yeah, I love everybody, Oh, I might have one last thing before I end this video. In Autobiography of a Yogi, he was telling the story of the life of one of the masters, which I believe was Lahari Mayasaya, which is a great master. Respect to him. And at one point in his life, he was, you could say, at a place where a lot of yogis and masters were gathered. I'm just saying this how I remember it. It may not be exact. And he saw a man which was, this man had ash, and he was like, basically had the dressing, he was dressed like a master. He wore the vibhuti, the ash, and imagine the spitting image of a yogic master. But this man, he had a begging bowl. So Lahari Mayasaya thought of him kind of like a hypocrite, or he felt it was disrespectful. And then his master appeared. He saw his master, and his master who is an extremely powerful being. Think of like a Christ-like being, who is Babaji, that is his name, and he is like serving the other masters, like he's like serving them like food, or I don't remember exactly, but just imagine like the most powerful master just cleaning the shoes of like a random guy. That's like the point of the message. And then Lahari Mayasaya realized the message he was trying to give, that shouldn't look down on others, because the divinity is within all of us, and to stay humble, and that you can learn from everybody. So just listen to people, and you don't always have to feel that stress to lay your opinion on top of everybody's opinion, It's good to just listen, and it's less stressful like that. And yeah, I might make another whole video on being humble, because I think it's a very beautiful practice, and maybe I'll learn some more about it. I'll practice some more, and that'll be maybe one of my next videos. And yeah, I think I've gone over most of it. Thank you for watching. I love everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.